The Epstein Files. Will MAGA finally turn on Trump? I'm Jim Drastic.
I'm Tiffany Drastic.
And I'm Nick Knudsen.
And today on The Dangerous Ones, we're breaking down the recent Epstein-Trump timeline. We're exposing the cracks and laying out what we think is undeniable evidence of Trump's guilt. We'll tell you what Democrats should be doing and what MAGA doesn't want to admit. And most importantly, what we all should be doing next. So let's buckle up.
Let's do it.
This is crazy. I mean, This is blowing up for once. I can't believe I'm going to say this.
I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
You're going to say, I agree with MAGA.
I can't believe I'm saying for once.
I never thought I would even think it.
I know. Expose the truth. Expose the truth.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All
so
right.
let's go through the timeline.
Okay.
Let's kind of get everybody up to speed here. Back on February 21st, 2025, Pam Bondi appeared on Fox News saying that the Epstein client list is sitting on my desk, quote unquote, and that Trump directed her to review it. And that the implication was that the evidence was a bombshell, that there's a list, that there's a client list.
Yeah, I bet it is.
I bet. Of people that Jeffrey Epstein used to help traffic children to, underage women to.
Underage girls, just say it out loud.
Yeah.
And let me just say off the start, I don't care if it's Bill Clinton or Donald Trump.
Nope.
If they're on that list, if they really were part of that, barbecue them all.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
I think that's the difference between, us and some. Well, I don't know. Is it though? I don't know.
Yeah.
I would hope everyone would be united against pedophiles.
Yeah.
I would hope.
Let's hope so. I mean, considering MAGA, that's what they kind of ran on.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that was on February 21st of this year. About 5 days later, Pam promises a quote unquote a lot of names and a lot of flight logs. Then distributes binders labeled Epstein Files Phase 1. They continue to show but those binders contained no fresh evidence. It was just recycled documents from the court cases.
Okay.
But there are documents.
Yeah,
right?
from the court cases.
Exactly.
Yeah. But MAGA was pissed because there was nothing new in there. So they're going, what the hell? And they're like, whoa, just wait. Just wait, they're saying, it's
but there's more.
It's coming out. So MAGA influencers cry foul. Laura Loomer calls the binder a joke. I think she even called for Pam Bondi's firing.
She did.
And then Pam Bondi then blames her own New York FBI office for withholding key information.
Yeah.
Pass the buck until there's no one else,
Right.
So then May 7th of this year, Bondi claims that there are tens of thousands of Epstein videos hinting at possible blackmail tapes. And the base assumes that these tapes expose elite names. Basically, the MAGA base thought there was going to be all these famous people on these tapes.
Bunch of Democrats.
And whatnot. And at one point, we heard something like, they can't release the tapes because the people that are in them, fine, don't release the tapes. Just arrest the people who are in the fucking tapes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What are we doing?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Pedophiles.
Yeah. Hello.
But now they're claiming that it's only Epstein's personal tapes and there is nobody famous in it. So it's a bunch of bait and switch, which
I don't believe that.
It's a bunch of horseshit.
Yeah, it's a bunch of horseshit.
June 5th of this year, Musk tweets, it's time to really drop the big bomb because real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Now, this is key, everybody. Everybody hearing my voice, this is key. Because if Donald Trump was not in those Epstein files, why wouldn't Donald Trump sue Elon Musk for slander or defamation?
He sues everybody for everything.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of salacious if it's not true,
So think about that, because Trump has sued before and won. He recently sued ABC News and for falsely reporting that he was found liable for rape in the E. Jean Carroll case. Although that's mincing words, he was actually found, but it's,
But you can't say the R word.
You raped her, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
But regardless, if that wasn't true, why didn't Trump go, I'm going to fucking sue you for saying that?
Right.
If somebody said that I did that, I'd fucking sue him.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, if you're the most innocent man, your move as an innocent man is to go, are we still talking about this?
Yeah.
We need to move on.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy. And then on July 7th, DOJ and FBI release a memo saying there is no client list, no blackmail evidence, no new charges. And they also released jail footage, but 1 minute of the jail footage is missing at midnight.
For Jeffrey Epstein. Yep.
For Jeffrey Epstein's footage for when he committed suicide.
Yeah.
And Tiff, I know you got a little info on that.
Because it's actually 2 minutes and 53 seconds.
Oh.
There is a follow-up report by Wired, and the metadata confirms that the first video file, which shows footage from August 9th, 2019, and that's the day
He
Jeffrey
supposedly
Epstein,
killed himself.
Right? Yes. Continued for several minutes beyond what appears in the final version of the video. So there is a splice happening, and they took 2 minutes and 53 seconds out.
And they also know in that same article, I believe, that Adobe Premiere was used. These are outside editing softwares were used. So why would you have those metadata on the video?
And as an editor, I can...
You guys know.
In that metadata, it tells you how long between edits, between saves.
Yeah.
You're cutting something out when you're doing that. You're not just staring at it for 3 minutes for no reason.
Right.
So on July 7th, this is just a few weeks ago, they come out and they go, nothing to see here, even though she had promised for the previous months that there's going to be all these tapes, there's all these files, there's a client list. She goes, I'm just waiting to put it out. Just hang on, guys, hang on. And now, July 7th, she drops the bomb. There's nothing to see here. Oh, and by the way, here's the footage of his fucking the night he commits suicide. Yeah. And there's a fucking 2 minutes and something missing.
And then she also says that is a routine thing that happens every night. Then show me the same amount of footage missing from every other camera at the exact same time in that facility from that time on that day.
On a different day.
Yeah.
On a different
day. Give us the next day.
Right. Yeah. Just give me a random handful.
Without the
you know what?
Adobe editing.
Yeah. Don't even do that. Give me 3.
Yeah,
give me 1.
And by the way, are we supposed to believe that in a maximum security wing, which is where he was,
with high-profile inmates,
drops 3 minutes every night?
Right.
Bullshit.
Listen,
I'm not listen. People who know me know that I am not a conspiracy theorist.
Right.
That is not what
None
I'm
of us
about.
are.
None of us are.
Right. Yeah.
Something's fucky.
And and I've been scammed, okay? It sucks to be like, oh, fuck, it's a scam. But,
Shit.
But it's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
That's right.
These are horrible people. They don't give a fuck about America.
Right. That's right. So what happens? MAGA revolts. Dan Bongino threatens to resign. Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, considers quitting. Steve Bannon demands a special prosecutor. MAGA leaders call Bondi a liar. MAGA's pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And understandably, right? They should be pissed because their guy is basically going, shit, don't release the tapes because I'm in them.
Well, their whole thing is that there's like deep state conspiracies everywhere.
Yes.
Like, look over your shoulder. There's a deep state conspiracy.
Right.
Like,
you're getting fucked.
And so like the fact that it appears that the Trump administration is trying to withhold all of this information, they're like, oh shit, they're part of the deep state.
Yeah. Right. But, you know.
Then the time for the Steve Bannons and the Kash Patels is right now. All of you guys need to stand up and be like, this guy's fucking insane. We can't. Marco Rubio's face, dude, he looks like he knows he sold his soul to the devil. He looks so haunted. Every day he wakes up, he looks a decade older.
It's bad all around. And for once, I can't believe it again, MAGA and rightful thinking humans are basically on the same side.
Wait a minute.
Release everything there is. Yeah. Okay, so the next day, Bondi backtracks and says that she meant that the case file, not the client list, was almost ready to be released. And says the videos were Epstein's personal child porn stash, not tapes of powerful people. You mean to tell me that you completely got all that wrong and misspoke? You have one of the most important jobs in the world. Yeah. And come on.
There's cameras all over that penthouse. There's cameras all over that island. There's cameras all over that house that they were trafficking those girls to in Florida. And there were high-powered people at well-known parties at these addresses. And you're telling me the only tapes this man ever kept are of anonymous children.
Yeah.
And not of the powerful people pulling the strings with all the money.
It's ridiculous. And then also Trump's reaction that same day on July 8th in a cabinet meeting, he cut her off and said, "Are we still talking about Epstein?" Now, let's break that down.
Yeah.
If you're not guilty,
right,
what the hell do you care what the DOJ and the Attorney General is if she believes, what do you care? Right. He clearly is wanting to move this along.
Well, and I'll say, like, Trump will do absolutely anything to feed the MAGA base.
Yes.
He'll do anything.
You bet.
So, like, if he could say something that would, like, keep a conspiracy theory that keeps them foaming at the mouth alive, like, he would 100% do that.
He's on it, of course.
And
so, like, he's like, why are you guys still talking about it?
Why are you guys still talking about it? Yeah.
And for anyone to say that she is calling the shots here,
right?
Hello?
Yeah.
No, he's telling her exactly what to do.
So then Trump, in a panic, I believe, 4 days later on Truth Social, that garbage app of his, posted, and I quote, "Because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not the best interest of our great country, I am seriously giving consideration to taking away her citizenship." It goes on and it goes on.
She's a threat to humanity, right?
By the way, in all transparency, Rosie O'Donnell was a huge supporter of 11 Films back in 2020, and we thank her for that, and we always will have her back. But everybody on Earth knows that this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He can't do that.
Well, and he's just deflecting.
He's deflecting.
And
that's exactly
the fact that she bothers him so much.
I love it.
After all of these years, because there's nothing he could say to her to make her think anything less about herself.
Right.
That's why I love her.
But really, he's just using her in this particular moment.
Yes.
Like, he's using
Rosie
her.
O'Donnell.
Yep, Rosie O'Donnell, everybody.
FBI.
I'm going to say something crazy.
Yeah.
Forget about that other stuff.
I'm going to revoke her citizenship, dude.
Yeah. You're not going to do. Yeah. So then today, July 15th, just a few hours ago during Chopper Talk, when the chopper's in the background, he said, hey, these Epstein, because he was asked about the Epstein Files. He said, those Epstein Files, they were created by Comey and Obama and Biden, which he had actually said before, but he said it again today. And the reason why this is really important, we have to all remember, is because by saying that, he's saying, A, they exist, okay, and B, he clearly is implicated in them because he's discrediting them.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
If he wasn't in them, he wouldn't give a shit. It wouldn't matter to him. But he's clearly implicated in these files, and they clearly exist. And so between Elon Musk saying he's in the Epstein Files, and listen, I don't believe, for all of Elon Musk's faults, and I don't like the guy at all, but again, I don't, why didn't Donald Trump sue Elon Musk?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then today, why is he basically admitting there are files, and he's basically suggesting he's implicated in them because he's discrediting them? Right.
And when you say that about, listen to what he's saying. He's saying these files on a pedophile, because they were created by these people, don't mean anything. So people who go after pedophiles are just bullshit now. Like, MAGA, really think about what you're being these mental gymnastics you're being forced to do, because now your moral and ethics are being questioned here.
MAGA ain't having it.
Good.
They are not having it.
Yeah. And then it all boils down to there's only one person in prison.
Right. Ghislaine Maxwell. There's one woman who got any of the consequences handed to her through this entire thing. Yeah. Because it's real convenient, isn't it? When you just, these men didn't know what they were doing, right? Grown-ass men with all the money and all the power are just led by this one, she's a temptress, she's a madam. Okay, she deserves to be in prison for what she did.
Of course. Yep.
But you're not going to convince me that she was the one organizing all of this shit.
Right.
Yeah. And how is this entire male child trafficking ring all round, all for men, yet there's the only person in prison is one woman.
Is one woman.
Is one woman. It's fucking horseshit.
And then the other survivor, Virginia Giuffre, who was the underage girl who was trafficked to Prince Andrew, right? Whose still life is in fucking shambles, as it should be. She went through all of that, right? She sued. She went public. She risked her life. She's dead now.
Right.
She killed herself in April because of this.
Yeah.
You go through all of that, and then the other girl is in prison while these guys are just like, files? What files? We don't know what fucking... Stop talking about the files.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really maddening, and it's just another reason that this is why girls don't come forward.
And Nick, what are the Republicans doing about all this?
So on Monday night, Democrats actually proposed an amendment to a cryptocurrency bill that was going through the House.
Oh, yeah.
That would have required the Justice Department to release the Epstein Files.
Yeah.
And the Republicans shot it down.
Shocker.
Well, I mean, I'm like, an interesting moment is coming up with the Republicans. Like, who's your daddy? Is it the MAGA base or is it Donald Trump?
Right.
Because there's a rift that's forming, right? So like today, Speaker Mike Johnson said on Benny Johnson's podcast, right-wing podcast, that he was for transparency and that he thought that the DOJ should release the Epstein Files. Right?
Oh.
This is the Speaker of the House.
Holy
this is
shit.
not a small
Speaker
thing.
Johnson's again.
We got a rift. There's
my
some
God.
things
Going,
happening.
guys.
I know.
And I'll just say one more thing.
Yeah.
Jim Jordan.
Okay.
Jim Jordan.
Okay, Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan is the chair of the Judiciary Committee in the House.
Right.
Jim Jordan is a product of and a supplicant to the MAGA base. Okay. He has the power as the Judiciary Chair to subpoena all of this shit from the Department of Justice.
Right.
Because that's their jurisdiction.
Right.
So, like, Jim Jordan could step in here and be like the MAGA hero,
right,
coming in and
could
demanding accountability around this.
He could do the right thing.
Yeah.
Or he could like facilitate the cover up. So I think there's like a moment here where the public needs to put some pressure.
Yeah.
Because historically, Jim, we know what happened.
Yeah. I saw the documentary.
We saw the documentary, dude.
But like, who's his master?
Yeah.
Like, would he defer to the MAGA base and demand that these things be released, or would he defer to Trump and which would make him, persona non grata, with the MAGA base,
right?
So
let's put some pressure on Jim Jordan, guys.
Yeah.
I agree. And also, really quick, regardless of what people think of polls, there was a poll already. It was done by YouGov and Economist. They sampled nearly over 1,500 people, and 67% of the people surveyed said that they believe that, quote unquote, the government is covering up evidence in the Epstein case.
Wow.
25% said they were not sure, and only 8% said they believed the government was being honest. Okay.
We see you.
So that tells you something right there.
Yeah.
So let me just kind of close and kind of end with this. And I'm talking to the Democrats out there. I think some Democrats have been doing a great job.
Yep.
I think Democrats should be shouting on from the top of their lungs on every show, on their social media. Right now, something is happening in history that has not happened over the last 9 years. We are seeing the MAGA base break from Trump.
Yeah.
He got ratioed on his own post.
For the first time.
Yeah. So they clearly are not cool with this.
Yeah.
And I think that this is an opportunity for Democrats to finally make maybe a little headway where we all do agree that we should be releasing everything.
Yeah.
So I believe Democrats should be quickly, day after day after day, do not let this die, because Trump has already put the word out to his MAGA influencer base. Charlie Kirk has already said, I've said what I'm going to say, and I'm not going to say it anymore. I hope they do the right thing, which means that Trump got to him and said, if you keep fucking saying something, I'm going to cancel your ass. And, then Charlie Kirk's podcast is for shit. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. His money dries up. And that's kind of one of the great things about being the dangerous ones. And I'm not just saying this. I don't run my life about what Chuck Schumer thinks about my fucking podcast or what I think of him.
Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't guide us at all.
Nope.
The Democratic Party doesn't give us a fucking dime.
Never has.
And we are not beholden to that. And by not being beholden to that, that makes you dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is why we call ourselves the dangerous ones. Everybody listening to this, are the dangerous ones.
Because it doesn't matter whose side you're on. If your name's on that list, if you're up there, if you're fucking around and you're a Democrat, it deserves to be called out too.
That's exactly right. And a friend of mine I was talking to last night on the phone was telling me something. I'll just end with this really quickly. Something that I actually didn't know. If you are the getaway driver in a bank robbery and some people go into the bank and they shoot somebody in the bank, the getaway driver who never walked into the bank is going to be charged with murder too.
Yeah.
That's true. So everybody who's involved with this sick ring that's going on are up against some real fucking charges if they are found guilty. So don't let it be known that there's a reason why they don't want to be called out.
Right.
Yeah.
So what can everybody listening do? Don't let this story die, folks. Do everything right. I mean, do everything you can. Utilize your social media accounts. Amplify everything that's going up and help support whatever the Democrats are doing to help expose this.
Yes.
And I'm going to call out Democrats if they don't keep it up. Exposing this.
Do not let this die, you guys.
Yeah.
Folks, what do you think? Call 503-212-4600. Leave us a message. Where do you come out on this? What are your thoughts on the whole Epstein, Trump, Musk, Bondi saga? Let us know. You can also email us at shout@thedangerousones.com. Folks, please like and subscribe this video. If you're listening to us, please give us a 5-star review. If you'd like to support this show, you can do so by going to thedangerousones.com. That'll kick you over to our Substack where you can become a paid subscriber. Until then, be safe, get into good trouble, and remember, we are all the dangerous ones.
Bye.
And the official subtitle of this episode is "This Timeline is Stupid."
Bye-bye.
Bye.